Hello everyone and welcome to my channel. And today I'll be reading A Scaramouche Listener by me. So let's get into it. You can be really irritating at times, Ryan. Scaramouche said. The two of you are arguing again. It was something not worthwhile for him. Something that could be totally avoided and ignored. But still you kept insisting on the same thing. You don't understand, Scaramouche. I stay at home every single time you go out. And I worry. I've been training myself. You know how capable I am and how strong I could be. So please, Scaramouche, let me try going with you once. I want to see what you do for myself. It's like you don't trust me, Ryan. He retorted, upset. And that's when you backtracked. He held his hand gently in your own, kissing his forehead as you sat right next to him. That's not what I said. And stop putting words in my mouth. All I want is to make sure that you're safe. Trust me, Scaramouche. For once. I can count on myself. I don't need you to worry about me so much. But I can count on myself as well. I don't need you to be around. One day, please. That's what Dad asked him. And, using your eyes, and the way you could not resist them at all, you were able to win him over. And that's exactly when I agreed, telling you that it will only be for today, that he won't be letting this happen ever again. And that's really all you wanted, to see him for yourself for once, and to make sure that it wasn't too dangerous, to make sure that your heart can be at peace. Little did you know that this little decision of yours, and the fact that he agreed in the first place, it would destroy many things, a lot of things. And you're only about to find out the effect of it right now. Slowly, as you got dressed and decided that you were going to go with him today. Scaramouche was reluctant at best and completely opposing to the idea at worst. He didn't like this. He was worried. And honestly, something within him told him something bad was going to happen. And no matter how many times he tried to ignore it, to tell himself that it was only his feelings, and there was nothing bad that was going to happen. It was only his imagination, and everything would be okay. He kept repeating the words that had said to him, over and over again in his brain, hoping that everything he thinks is wrong, that you will be right, this will be fine, and nothing bad will happen to either of you. But it did nothing to ease his worries. In fact, it only seemed to worry him more, because you were extremely careless, and you acted like there was nothing to worry about at all. Until you were surrounded by members of the Abyss, and Scaramouche turned around to see someone making a move to hurt you. Scaramouche would not be the most loving husband or boyfriend, but he loved you. And if he loved you, that meant that to him, you would mean everything. The stars, the sky, perhaps even his life itself. You mattered to him, and Scaramouche could never give you up. And that's why this split-second decision is as easy as drinking water or breathing air. For him, that's also exactly why he steps in front of you and takes the hit himself. It wasn't like he was getting hit or punched like that. No, he was getting stabbed. And that's right now why you were staring at him in horror, fear coursing through your body. Wait, Scaramouche! Oh God, it's all my fault, you frantically said, freaking out as you held him in your arms. But he was silent, quiet, and there was tiredness and exhaustion over his face. And yet, he moved a hand to your cheek, gripping it gently as he lowered it, pulling you closer and closer into a soft kiss. And when you pulled away, you could only see him smile, peaceful, perhaps more than you've ever seen him in your entire life. But there was a sense of goodbye and a sense of dread in your heart. Scaramouche, stay with me, please. I'm getting someone right now. He had yelled out, crying, but there was blood coming out of his mouth, and he looked completely out of it. And part of you already felt like you were saying goodbye, talking to a corpse. Scaramouche totally unaware, and not responding to anything you said. That's why you grabbed him tightly in your arms, crying as you desperately said anything to him, anything to get a reaction. But the last thing he tried to open his mouth and say was, "Sorry, Mayan. I love you. Please know that." Head whispered tiredly, and you could feel the pain in his heart, and the pain from the wound that you had caused by Eurydice. You would have taken this seriously more. You would have gotten ready. You would have tried to protect him. But instead of being the reason he's alive, or protecting him in any sense, you only ended up being the reason that he was now slowly losing whatever years he had of his life left away. And right now, as guilt weighed on your heart, you leaned down to press a soft kiss, holding his hand and giving him a smile. "I won't leave you, no matter what. Trust me, Scaramouche. You won't be scared. Neither of us will be. Just you wait for me, okay?" You had said. And that's when he smiled so softly, so gently, as he gave you a gentle nod. A promise of some sorts that you will meet again in a world beyond. And though things may change across worlds, both you and Scaramouche knew one thing, that your love was inevitable and eternal, and nothing would change that. Nothing in the entire universe.